So hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much. We're here at Work Lakes Region.
Yes, you are.
Right, this is your vision.
This is my vision. This vision has been under development since 2014.
Whoa.
Believe it or not.
I believe it.
And not that it was, a 9-year process for it to become a reality, but it was the first time I realized that I wanted personally to have shared workspace with other intelligent, high-profile, like-minded leaders in our community while I was running my own business. Having come out of the corporate entity for 10 or 12 years, starting my own gig on the side, and then needing to get a lease, I've quickly found that I was kind of lonely.
Sure.
In my own office with a small team, or oftentimes in the beginning years by myself. And so I had learned about the WeWork launch, 10 plus 20 years ago, whatever their launch was, and found it to be kind of intriguing. And I thought it would be way easier to sit at an open shared space and do my own work, but with people around me. That didn't happen. I carried on, got some leases, grew my team, ran my business, a marketing agency. And then, like many others, when COVID happened, everybody went home, and I was left in an empty office. And I decided that I was going to go home too.
Right.
And turned my office over for some other people to use, and worked at home. And after about a year of working from home, I was like, where are my people? And that's kind of how things got progressed, all those years later, to have this idea come back to life for me.
So who is your ideal Work Lakes Region member?
I have a few different in mind. Essentially, this space is designed in mind for small business owners that have small teams or single teams, or teams that, like mine, are located all over the U.S. We use a lot of freelancers, and we have different design talent for our marketing agency, from right in our own backyard to Maryland to Michigan to different places, just because that's where the talent is.
Sure.
And we can work remotely and hybrid, and that's really cool. So I wanted to be able to provide space for small business owners to have a high quality place to work, but not have the obligation and the overwhelm of long leases and IT and cleaning fees and snow removal and all the things that happen that I had to manage myself.
Sure.
And during my lease time frames. And then to create community for them as well, because owning your business can be lonely. You're the sole decision maker, you're the leader, you're the programmer, and you have your team often, but they're looking to you to navigate and lead them all the time. So that's one caveat of ideal member that we would have here. The hybrid employee is also like an ideal member as well, because a lot of people get shipped home. And when that's so beautiful, and I love the at-home, I still have an at-home office. But there are times when life and family interrupts, or your house isn't designed, as you guys know, to have it, and you're in an office-made, or a closet-made office, or at a kitchen counter. And so there's pieces to the puzzle like that can interrupt the flow.
Sure.
And then students.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
And then the Lakes Region, the guests or the visitors or the second homeowners is also an ideal member, because people come here to escape, but they still are required to get their work done.
You're right.
So to create a high vibe of opportunity for that work to get done, so you can get back out and play.
Right.
So those are kind of the ideal members that we hope to see, and as the business grows and enters the community in a deeper level.
Now, I know that there was more than just the idea of having individual people working. You also have some event spaces.
Yes, so the space is designed 100% scalable. All of the inside space on one side is all for offices and permanent home members, and the other side is for flex use members. You can come in here from anywhere from 1 day or 1 hour on any given day to having a 2-year membership that is discounted.
Oh, okay.
And then you just come in and you pick your seat, as well as we have a fully functioning 8-person digital conference room. It's a click shared drop and go. Any system that you use on your computer is accessible for you to host any digital meeting you need to. We have a small collaboration room called the Inspiration Room for up to 2 or 3 people to just kind of have those deep, intimate conversations that you don't want to have in an open space, or
Sure.
you may not want to invite them to your house or meet at a coffee shop. So we have that. And then we have a 35-person workshop. It's called The Shop.
Okay.
The shop is designed with garage doors. There's digital infrastructure in there as well. The garage doors open up. We like the garage doors with the shop, kind of as a cool vibe.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then you enter into this room that we're sitting in here today. It's the Dandelion Room. The Dandelion Room can host up to 100 people.
No kidding.
In here, based on the flow and the setup of the furniture in this space.
Have you had 100 people in here yet?
We have not. We had one annual meeting for a local organization when the first week that we opened. And we had about 60 people in here at one point. And
Excellent.
you could see, based on the volume, that there was definitely plenty of room for it to be up to 100 people.
Sure.
In that shared experience.
You talked at one point about also some retreats and maybe like corporate training type of things.
Yeah, we actually have had a lot of interest, and we have some events booked on the calendar. We've hosted a leadership retreat for women, which my other business besides Work Lakes Region is JMG Business Strategies, and we are a marketing agency, and I'm a business coach. So I do leadership development and training for women leaders and business owners. So we had a 12-person women's leadership retreat here a few weeks ago, which was really beautiful. We had a private dinner. We had a nutritional private chef come in. We had sound bowl healing. So we were able to use the space in whatever capacity that you can imagine.
Very cool.
I had an annual meeting here. We have a few offsite business retreats coming where the team, the upper management level team are coming offsite with trainers to do their team budgets or their team vision casting or whatever they need to do to grab their managers to work together as a team, cohesiveness,
Sure.
up level and dreaming, things like that, which is very exciting. And yeah, we can provide the space turnkey, or we can help curate a program for you as well. And we've had a few other really interested leaders that want to host some of their own community programs here as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I feel like, and we've talked about this before, there's so much in the Lakes region for social gatherings, bridal showers and birthday parties and weddings, and the spaces are so beautiful. Work Lakes region was really designed with the concept of to get work done.
Okay.
So it's an event space, event studio for flexibility, diversity, and scalability, and also to come get your work done so you can then get back out into the Lakes region, which is the place everybody wants to be, to have fun and build memories and do all that. But we have to work in order to have that lifestyle. So we want this space to be the Lakes region's asset for getting work done in a high vibe, inspirational way, and that can actually reduce the amount of work time you have in your day-to-day so that you have more time to live your life.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's working. Like, just from my own perspective, since we've been open and I've been able to come work here and work out of the home. I mean, just the other day, Jody commented to me from her office, she's like, Leanne, I feel like you're getting a lot of work done lately. And I was thinking about why, and I think it's because when I come here, I'm focused. I'm not thinking about the dishes that are on my counter or
Sure.
the load of laundry or going, gee, I kind of feel like maybe I'll just sit and watch an episode of the Kardashians.
Right.
Like, I'm coming in, I'm getting the work done.
Right.
And it's made such a huge difference for me.
I like that because you have both sort of like networking spaces here, and
Yeah.
then if you really need to just buckle down and concentrate, you have
Yeah,
those spaces.
we understand, and I personally understand that everybody has a different work method.
Sure.
And a different work schedule. Like, my husband is an early bird. He wants to be at the office when I'm still sleeping at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I don't like to start my workday until 10 a.m.
Sure.
So you'll rarely see me here in the morning unless I have to be here.
Right.
But I'll also stay later where he's done earlier, and we're both business owners. I also have young adult children that are studying or opening their own business. Their work hours are different. I have clients who have so many different work schedules and hours, and so this space it's not 24/7 today. There's possibility that it could be that way. The space is completely designed to go onto the website, click a button, go to like a traditional shopping cart, pick the membership you want, enter your credit card, load the app. The app acts as your digital door key, so you can open the door whenever you want to, because you'll be allowed to because you've paid.
Right.
You have the access. It gives you the Wi-Fi access, and it tells you what doors inside you can use, so you can just sit down and get to work and make it happen and get out as quickly as you can too, or stay and socialize.
Right.
So we want this to just become an on-demand work environment for everybody and anybody that possibly could use a little space.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I love what you've done here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Happy to have you.
Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Is there anything else that you think we should know?
I mean, I think that Laconia and Lakeport is just the hub and the conduit to the Lakes region.
Sure.
You know, from any direction in here. I mean, you can skirt around it if you come up, exit 23, but somehow or another, you always end up in Laconia. So I feel like if we can be in this up and growing area of Lakeport with the investments that are happening, just a cool place for people to also meet new friends and meet new leaders and meet new decision makers and collaborate with the talent that's in the Lakes region.
Yeah.
I'd like to, invite people in here to this space for that.
I love that because I feel like the Lakes region has a lot of untapped talent, or a lot of talent that's sort of, as we were talking about before, at the kitchen table someplace.
Right.
And that they don't necessarily cross-pollinate. So I love, is that?
Yeah, I mean, in theory, when you think about I would say, I think we have one member here today, and the 10 active recurring members that we've accrued in our very first month here, which we're excited about. I met 9 brand new people.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we set the vision and the intention that this space was going to bring in the human talent that we haven't met because they're at home working or traveling south or traveling out of the area. And we want to know them. We
Right,
want to get
of
to know
course.
them and build our friendships in our community. And so I think in a way, I kind of manifested that from the beginning, that this wasn't going to be for the people we already knew. This was going to be a space to bring in the talent that has relocated here and moved here, which is great. One of our first members, you may have seen him walking around even here today, is the CEO of a company that's based out of Denmark, but lives here in the Lakes region. And so it's like people like that are in our own backyard that we wouldn't necessarily meet him unless we went to CrossFit or something like that. But we have a very large pool of skilled people in the Lakes region I've gotten to know through the businesses that I've partnered with or owned or worked with. And we can really build a really cool web of collaboration right here in our own backyard, where we wouldn't have to go to Maryland or Michigan or somewhere else to get the support that we need, because the talent is here.
Absolutely. Cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
Yeah, you really have to come and see it. I mean,
This is one of those places that people kind of get it at some level, but when they walk in here, they're like, "Oh, now I really get it."
Now I really get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a pop-in
Yeah.
kind of space.
Well, I would leave by saying, get here. Just come check it out. You really.
Yeah, we do
really
have,
need
if
to
you
see it.
if you want to try it for the day too, because it's a new concept for a lot of people around here. There is a Workat51, which is a free day pass that's always available in our membership shopping cart.
Okay.
So you can choose Workat51, and you'll get your first day free to just kind of come in and check it out and work for the day and use the high, speed technology that we have available and meet the members that are hanging out in here. And
Very cool.
yeah, we welcome that.
We'll be sure to share all of those links. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.